Hey there. I tried to shut it off, apparently the door was not locked. And so I hit it did not shut off, so I tried to call our facility maintenance, and he didn't answer, so I hit the buttons
Is that
again.
Corey? Is that?
It's Corey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to call him too, he didn't answer for them, so.
No, he needs to start answering his phone, sorry, your job is.
No big
off duty.
I was just down the road, so it wasn't a big deal.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Good night.
Have a good evening.
You too.
When you said I heard the door shut, I thought, yeah.
It was the boys. Kathy, can you hear us? Hello?
Hi,
Hi, Kathy. Thank you.
hello. I know it shows Heather Lavasser, but we're all family.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for joining us for a small group tonight. It was just Kim Hagan, Lois Hazlett, and Betty Weaver, and yourself, so.
Okay.
So we're just gonna review the minutes that Penny sent in. I did not hear from Penny, so I don't know. I know that Sue Perino, actually, there was something going on for the high school students, and I think her, one of her grandparents.
Graduating this year.
Yes, yeah, so. I did not hear from Eric. And that would be Eric, not Hoagland, Eric Hoagland. So we will fix his name in the minutes. I did not hear from Richard.
Is his name spelled right too? I think his name's spelled wrong.
Von Eiderstein. No, that's
Is
right.
it Eiderstein? Okay.
It's Eiderstein. Yeah,
But with a capital I?
yes.
Oh. I think they look fine.
Okay, so do you want to make a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion, we accept them. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Hi,
Aye.
Okay, so. I guess I'll do the report. I actually thought some people might be here from the senior resource craft days. So there has been a lot of controversy going on about the senior craft days. Initially, when we started that program, it was to be open to everyone regardless. There is a group, a very closed group that apparently they are all set for 10, maybe 12 people, but they do not want to allow other people in because they make a plan. Because after Karen McFadden got done, it took three people to replace her. One is Christine Pillsbury, one is Ann Greer, and one is Jean Perkins, and Jean is a snowbird, so she goes away for a period of time. And I'm not sure how to handle this because we never said it was going to be a closed group. I suggested maybe we should have signups because I feel like we should be inclusive and not exclusive. That it was not meant to be for a group, which I know that they all feel connected.
I know that they have tried to limit it just because it takes a lot of time for instruction.
So
If you're
the
that-
instruction, right, so I've received, I can't even tell you how many emails. Because the instruction means that the person who is doing the instruction can't do the craft as well. And then it's the planning on the purchasing of the items. It's the cleaning up, which I feel like everyone should be doing their own cleanup of their own space. And that the person who's doing it is, the instruction should not be the person that is left to do the cleanup for everyone. Plus, there's the setup. And to me, everyone should be helping out with setup. I'm sorry. That's kind of how I feel. So any suggestions, comments? Because, you know, I hate to lose people that are volunteering their time. But I also want to be inclusive and not exclusive. Any suggestions on how we move forward with this group?
First of all, I don't think you can restrict it from people. This is offered to the town. The town pays for the supplies. They don't have to pay anything to go. So I don't see how you can limit it. No, it's not fair to the whole Delray community.
How many people are we turning away?
Well, I do know that one person went and she did contact the recreation department because she thought they were in charge. And they turned her away because they didn't have enough items. They only planned for those people that were currently going, which I found to be very disappointing. Because I hate to see anyone turned away that's trying to be part of something, and the whole thing about, you know, the craft group is bringing people together, not just for the purpose of the craft, but for the purpose of socialization with each other and connecting with people. And I think that, you know, that is so important. I'm not sure, you know, exactly how we should move forward with this.
I think we need to put a sign up. I mean, if you're gonna limit it for very good reasons, because of supplies or whatever, then you just put that, you put, you
And
know,
that's what I,
because of supplies, we can only take 10 people and you need to sign up.
and that's, I suggested that.
And your offer was rejected.
It wasn't accepted. So I did suggest that we do a sign up to be inclusive and not exclusive, because I realize that these ladies have formed relationship with each other and they are, you know, bonded in a way that's important because a lot of them are older, but, yeah. It's hard to delegate to volunteers on how things are going, and I would hate to see anyone get done because we are putting some kind of restrictions or. Do you understand?
I understand, but I don't know if I agree with it, because I think that's one of the. I'm happy that it's been successful, that these people are like each other. That's an expensive piece of our program.
It is,
Costs us a lot for supplies.
yeah, and I have asked the group to please, if they have items to order, to go through me because we are tax exempt. It sounds like that's a problem. So, I mean, we're paying taxes right now, well, we don't have to pay taxes on all these items.
Just put your foot down on that.
I think, yeah. I think you have to put your foot down on all of it and just say, we can't keep paying for a few. This is supposed to be open for everybody.
Yeah. The other thing is,
It's kind of-
I did have somebody who was a little upset with me because I refused to pay a bill that was from the prior year. I'm sorry, it's an auditing issue. You have to give me your
Yeah.
receipts in the year that they're due.
Well,
I've
is-
asked for them within a 2-month period. So it's been a little bit better, but that person has communicated to the rest of the people, even though someone paid that person anonymously. So, you know, anyway, kind
Do
of,
we have the guidelines written down that everybody sees when they become part of the group?
so they're not part of the group, they're volunteers outside of the group. We had a regular person who was doing the majority of the crafts. And it was averaging about 10 people. You know, between 4 and 10. It cuts down in the winter time. But lately, they've been having like 13 show up, so. Which it is hard to instruct 13 people, but I mean, if I'm instructing something, I don't necessarily go to do the craft myself. It's, to me, it's about the instruction and sharing your information and knowledge, but. That's not the feeling amongst the group. So I need to bring this to you and just to get some ideas on how we proceed.
So, Mary, this is Kathy.
Yes, Kathy.
So, I know about the craft piece of it, and, a while back I was, approached to come and, join in and all of that. I just haven't had time, for one. But, my other question is, the North Belgrade, Center is free to them for this use, correct?
The North Belgrade Community Center has actually been designated as a senior resource center.
Right,
So
right.
it's key to us as a group.
Okay, right. So, other people that go in, they would obviously rent that space out. So if they're not, open to, us kind of overseeing that, would we then tell them there would be a charge for them to use it? I mean, I'm just asking.
What do you mean, a charge?
They're doing it on our behalf, Kathy.
Oh, okay, so,
Volunteer,
Yeah, that's
volunteering
not a
on.
recreation
Right.
program or
Right.
anything.
so,
It's
so,
not a moneymaker.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, yep, no, I was just asking.
yeah. But anyway, just looking for some advice on how to move forward with this because it does need to be addressed. It's been an issue with the recreation director because there have been a lot of complaints about having to set up tables, the heaviness of the tables that are being set up. They want them, the recreation department, to purchase those fold-up tables that are similar to those, but they fold up. Supposedly they're lighter. I'm not sure how they're lighter because it's the same table.
Yeah, I don't know if they're lighter. I dropped one on my foot. I don't think they're any lighter.
I don't think that they're any lighter. So, there are a lot of things that are going around and just one of the many things that, so just looking for some advice to move forward here.
Well, I think we need to have a policy, and even though it's our program that we're running,
Mhm.
I think we need to come up with a policy of
Okay.
what
So-
our policy, any program we do is open to people. It has to be made available to people,
And they have to sign up in
and they
advance.
have to sign up in advance because we have to buy supplies.
Okay.
And you have to
So I
figure
need
out-
someone to draw that policy up, and that is something that I can share with the recreation department because she has been inundated with phone calls from one of the individuals who is a teacher. And,
And I also think, yes, those tables are heavy, but for movies, I set them up myself. I do the cleanup.
I know,
I sweep the floors after.
I know. And apparently it sounds like people are not staying after to help out. I'm sorry, if you come and it is expected that you help with the cleanup.
Yeah, I don't.
To
think
me,
we've got a
I don't
policy and tell
understand
people
what's
they have
going
to.
on because I'm so very direct. I would communicate that information that you're to clean up your own space.
One thing about signing up, we should figure out a way to, in the policy, how to sign up so that it's fair, so that all of the same group doesn't just.
Yeah.
Sign up all.
It
Yeah,
is,
because everybody will sign up.
it's
in
kind of a
advance.
little clique, and they're nice ladies, don't get me wrong, they're very nice, and I'm so appreciative of those people that are donating their time to teach a craft, because you gotta do the research on it, you gotta buy the materials, you gotta do all that. It's a lot of work, and what I don't want to do is discourage anyone in any
I
way.
understand that.
I
Um,
think that it would be good if we do come up with some suggestions, that we talk them over with the
I-
people that are leading the program, that are there and doing.
They were invited tonight. They did know that our meeting was being held this evening, so. There's one that's been a little bit vocal through the email and I've heard from another one, so I just looking for some advice, and if you have some ideas for a policy on creating something that, you know, we can put forward, because I just feel like we don't want to discourage it. We don't want to send people away. I just feel so sad about that.
I'd be
That
willing-
somebody got sent away. I didn't even know. I didn't know till after the fact that it happened. They said, we don't have enough for you. Sorry, you can't participate.
Well, the program maybe should be set up so that there is a plan and there are supplies there for that, but somebody that you didn't know was coming might have shown up. So there probably should be a plan B to somehow get somebody else involved. Maybe not to the extent that the people that originally signed up, but at least let them see
Either
what.
that or have 5 extra, so if you had 5 drop-ins, you could accommodate them. You buy the extra supplies and they're not gonna go bad, they're gonna be on hand. For the next time you do a project, you have the supplies on hand.
All right, so
You
we
need
wanna
to
come
get-
up with some ideas. If somebody wants to draft a policy, the other thing is, who are they gonna sign up with? Because honestly, I'm busy in this office like you wouldn't believe. Right now is a busy time of year with people coming in. Are they gonna sign up with a person who is doing the teaching?
That's what I would think, but
Okay. All right,
I think
so that should be
They
part of
can
the
do it.
policy. Pardon?
Isn't that what they've been doing?
they don't
No,
sign
they
up.
don't sign up, they just show up right now, boys.
Oh,
They
okay.
just show up,
And that's
so
been kind of the policy that they're showing.
they could just show up, and I've had people come to me recently who said, you know. I really wanna get involved in something and I heard about this, so I sent that person up there. I'm hoping that that person isn't the person that got turned away. You know, they were just looking to communicate, to socialize with some ladies.
Well, and the group itself should say, well, we maybe don't have enough supplies for you to get involved with this one, but if you want to stay and see what we're doing and see if you want to be a part of it,
Mhm.
maybe,
Okay,
because you can't, I mean, you can't plan for 3 or 5 more if their supplies are expensive too, you know.
well, that's another thing, is that we're paying all these taxes on these
We
things.
pay a lot
I have asked to
Oh,
get a
yeah.
list, I will order it off Amazon, I have a card. No, I'm not
And don't-
giving the
don't
town
Then
card.
that should be part of our
To an
reimbursement, we're not gonna get you're not gonna get reimbursed if you don't go through.
way.
Yeah,
I'd be
I've been
willing to,
told that that's too difficult, so
I
it's
can put some
trying to put a
ideas down,
balance together,
but it will be very rough,
yeah.
and I will send it out and let
Okay.
people.
I'd be willing to
wanna
work on
send
it.
it?
on it.
Okay.
Okay,
That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to say.
all right, so there's that. So the senior walk days, Kathy, have you been doing that, participating?
Yes, you know, it's still going very well. We have 2 more weeks at today, well, this Monday and the following Monday at the Center for All Season, because the kids start coming in. You know, school
Right.
is done, the kids come in, so the plan is to do outside walking. And they'll do this probably at Pam Prescott's house, starting there, going out around Sahagan.
Okay,
Yeah, and possibly the boat landing. So And
Okay, so if we could have that information, I'd eventually like to get back to a calendar to get that posted, to let people know where it's gonna be and where people are gonna meet. So is it at Pam Prescott's house? Is
Yeah.
that where?
Yep, she's offered, even if she's not walking, she's offered her driveway for parking. And people show up there, be ready to walk at 9 o'clock. Rain or shine, if it's, a thunderstorm or pouring rain, people aren't gonna go, but, that's kind of the plan at this point.
Okay,
So
all right,
you
if you
want
could
me to
just,
send that to you?
yeah, if you could just, I'm not sure what Pam's address is.
Yeah.
So if you could just send me that information and,
Sure.
I can get it out there.
Yeah, I will certainly do that.
Okay.
We also discussed, July and August are very busy months for people, and not to have a formal, every Monday at 9 walking group. People are just too busy for it. So I'll talk to the gals and, I'll get the info to you.
Okay. Okay.
Kathy,
alright.
do you have a lot of just drop-ins too, or is it the same people every week?
Well, we have occasional drop-ins. We'll probably pick up a couple of new people walking because they want to be outside. So we will have new people as well.
Okay.
Yep,
All right, thank you, Kathy.
sure.
So the next thing on the agenda item is Botanical Gardens trip. Bus is costing us $1,700. It goes next Thursday. I have 15 people signed up and that is it. Kristen's been trying to get the information out. I've been trying to get the information out. And I'm not sure if people are just waiting to the last minute. But I hate to take a bus for $1,700
$120 a person.
for 15, and then we're paying for the seniors from Belgrade, their entrance into the botanical gardens as well. I think that maybe if we don't get another 5 people and at least get 20 people, that maybe we should consider canceling this trip. I know that people that have gone in the past have really enjoyed it but the cost to the recreation department and the cost to our program, I mean, because we have a very limited budget. And then maybe we should reconsider. So if we don't get 20, I'm considering canceling and paying whatever fee we have to pay to the bus.
You know how much that would be?
I have no idea. I truly expected to get more people before now, just because we're paying for seniors. It's 55 and older. We're paying for them, their entrance fee. That's a good deal. We're asking them to pay $10 towards the bus. And then non-residents, they pay their own entrance fee and $20 for the bus. So, that's kind of where we're at. What are you ladies feeling about that?
I think we should talk to the bus company and see what their policy is for refunding. Or, canceling.
Oh, yeah, I already paid for it. It's already paid for it. He wanted it in advance.
Well, then we should find out what the policy is for cancellation and how
Yeah.
that's gonna work, and if we can. And you don't get more people well, it's a week away,
So it's next Thursday. Yeah,
so it's,
June 12th, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
and maybe we should just reconsider this whole trip for next year. Because honestly, last year we had 19 people.
That's the way I feel about our trips anyways. I don't think we should be in the trip business. I mean, I think if the Parks and Recreation want to do it, that's great, but I don't think senior resources. We haven't done one that's.
Filled the bus.
No,
Filled the
we
bus.
haven't filled
We
the
haven't even
bus,
got
and
to
that's
have
been a
a
little
bus.
disappointing because. I don't know, some of the trips have been completely free.
And the who doesn't wanna go to the botanical gardens, but,
I do,
yeah, I mean, I would. That's a great trip.
I know, I
Yeah,
know.
with all the rain that we've had, you know, it could be a miserable walking around down there.
Yeah, it's a rain or shine trip, and I'm
Right.
making people pay in advance this time. Because the last time we had, what, 26 signed up? And 19 showed up, the others all canceled the day of.
Yeah.
So it's like, I had to do something
I think it
to
was right, way to do it.
put some kind of, something in place. So it's a pay in advance for the trip. But anyway, so that's kind of where we're at with that. The plant swap event is this weekend.
Maybe. I'm disappointed that there's not more people here, because you might be able to move those tables yourself,
Oh.
I can't,
Yeah,
and I can't set them up by myself.
Okay,
I mean, I'm all set to go, I've got a hanging basket donated by Longfellow's.
oh,
And,
nice.
yeah, which is great, but the only thing I thought we could do with that is, have a raffle. Everybody put their name in and then raffle it off at the end of the day.
I think that's a great idea, yeah.
But like I said. if
I
there's
did
not-
get a few plants from, Sue Perino brought them in from Gail Mareka.
Right.
I don't know,
And,
I've been trying to keep them watered and stuff though, but they're pretty well.
Is
the veggies.
Charlene always
Did
brings
you
her.
contact Shelley?
I did, but you already had.
Well, I just mentioned it to her and I said you would be in touch with
Yeah, I
the
was.
details.
I did.
Okay, all right.
I hope she brings another African violet. Mine looked great for a year or so, and then now it's not doing very well.
So that's on Saturday. I'll try to get some more information out. I'll try to get the flyer out.
I wonder if we shouldn't update the flyer to say that we have a raffle, hanging basket raffle.
But how are you gonna get the flyer out now?
Yeah, that's true. Although on Facebook, people might see it.
Mhm.
She's writing it in.
And we might not want to call it a raffle,
I
a
don't know,
door prize or something, because
Right.
we run into any kind of legal
Yeah,
things if it's a raffle. I don't know.
even though it's free.
Even though it's free and there's no, yeah, I don't
Right.
know.
Door
Yeah,
prize.
I do know a little bit about that. I know raffles, are part of games of chance. So, you have to kind of follow the rules there. If you need me to send you a little something on that, I can.
No, I'll take your word for it. We'll just
Okay,
call it- have
We'll
a
just
door
we'll
prize.
call it a door
Yeah.
prize.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no games of chance. I got all the
put your
rules on
name in the
those.
hat. and, yeah.
That's right.
Like
All
I
right.
said,
I hope this one goes well, because last year, it was pretty busy. And we had different people came and
Mhm.
lots of plants and,
and people brought plants.
Yeah.
And took some brought them, didn't take anything. I'd like to go ahead with it, like I said, we've been advertising it, but
Yeah,
if I,
I'll be there, Betty.
you will,
so
Yep.
9 o'clock.
nine
Yeah,
to 11.
9
Well,
to
We
11.
have to be
So
there.
we get there about 8:30.
8:30, quarter of 9.
Yeah, and you have a key, right, Kim?
I
In
do
case
have a
I'm
key.
not right there at that
So I've got
time.
Kim
Yeah.
Okay,
and Kathy.
because that's
Yeah.
my duty to take my mother.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll be there. 8:30.
Hopefully the weather holds off.
I know.
We can have it
know.
outside.
Yeah, which
Have you
is, we
looked
did
at
last
it?
year.
What's that?
Have you looked
I
ahead?
haven't.
It's raining.
Right, yeah.
It's a weekend, of course it's raining.
It's Saturday, it's raining.
It's Saturday.
Yeah,
87 on Thursday.
yeah.
Yes. We'll be moaning. Can't take it that quickly.
Okay, anything else you want to add to that, Betty?
I just want to look and see what this says for Saturday.
Oh, I already.
It's saying 90% chance of rain,
90%?
90%. And that's.
Every
That could,
weekend.
that's a week away, that could change because it's.
It could change.
It's gonna
You
be,
never know. Never know.
well, today we're at 90% chance of rain, I didn't see any.
So the end of life program went very, very well, and I want to thank Kim for organizing.
I think the people
Because-
this year were great. I
Yeah.
think the presenters were better than last year. I thought they were really good.
Yeah,
I just was disappointed that we really, outside of the committee, we only had 2 people. We
I
had Bill
know,
Martin and his wife, but
yeah.
We didn't have much else last year either.
no, we didn't have many.
It was mostly.
We had,
think
well, we
we
did
had-
have the selectmen last year, a
We
couple
did,
selectmen
we had
came.
2 selectmen.
And we
so-
did have a couple people, I think,
A
from
couple
the.
of people from outside. I think it was a good
And
program.
it, you know, we advertised it with. Well, I sent it to Reed Field, they were gonna put it in their newsletter, I sent it to Mount Vernon. I sent it to, I don't think I did Manchester, I can't remember. But we advertised it a lot.
We
so-
did advertise it a lot, yeah. And I made sure that we got it on Facebook multiple times.
Yeah, and I, not that I have anybody from town on Facebook, but, a couple people, Carol Johnson forwarded it off mine, and
Yeah,
you had it on Facebook to all your people, and
yeah,
Lisa Day put it on hers, and so it
Yeah.
went out to, you know, a big distribution.
it did.
Carol's
It did.
good about forwarding a lot of things
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
are,
she is,
she thinks are.
yeah. And it is a good program, and I do want to thank you, Kim, for putting that all together, because I know you did the majority of the work. I ordered the books, but that's
Yeah.
almost about it. I picked up the donuts and did coffee.
and I do think the presenters did a really,
Yeah,
the presenters
know
I
that
had this year, I thought were
Richard and
awesome.
his wife were both here, and he thought it was a great program too,
Yeah.
at the same time.
Good.
Yeah, so anyway, thank you again.
So, you know, maybe we do it, I don't know, I'm saying to Betty, maybe we don't do it, maybe people aren't interested in this topic,
Mhm.
because we never get more than 5 or 6 at a time, but.
Yeah,
But at
Yeah.
the same time, you know, it's really, it's important that they get
Yeah.
the message that.
and maybe
Say,
getting the recording on Facebook about the program, because it was recorded and uploaded to the Town of Belgrade YouTube site. So people could actually just listen to it and
Yeah.
hear what, you know, it was about, and maybe next time they would consider participating.
Yeah, because Sue Perino, I think, shared it with the church and
Yeah,
in Oakland, and
oh, nice.
so,
I didn't know that.
yeah, I think she shared it out there, so
Yeah.
maybe people did listen, you know,
Yeah.
to the recording, I
Yeah.
don't know.
There was a lot of good information though, that I think that is important for people who are planning, you know, for the future.
Before we move on to new business, can I just go back to the plant swap? Can we put
Sure.
out the signboard the day before, or do we have to bring it in there at night?
It can go out the day before, but
And can we leave it out overnight?
and leave it out overnight.
I think
Yes, it would be, someone would have to go up and put it together.
Well, I could do that, but I don't have a key anymore, so.
Yeah. Kim's got a key.
I was gonna
Lorraine,
say,
let's
do you wanna meet me Friday night? To put it out, or,
What time would that be?
5:30 or 6 o'clock, but, I was trying to think, do I have anything going on
Well,
Friday?
the thing is, it would have to be Thursday night, because we won that Friday, so that they know it's the next day, is what I'm thinking.
Oh, Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night, I don't know that I could,
Pardon me?
we're running it Friday?
No, but I want to put the sign out saying it's the. let
So
people know
it gives people
We're having it the next day.
advance notice of the
Okay.
plant swap. Yeah, people that are just driving by.
let me get back to you, Betty, if I could do it Thursday night.
And Betty, the
Either that or. loan me
the
key, I'll give it back to you.
craft group,
Saturday.
the craft group is up there on Thursdays between 9 and noon.
Something on Thursday.
So it
That's a
would
good
be
idea if we
open
could-
at that
yeah.
time. I'm sure that between all those ladies, that a couple of people may be able to help you carry out the sign.
I get up there at 9 o'clock. Is it 9 to noon?
9 to noon, they meet.
And do you know where to set it up and everything?
Yep.
Yeah.
We did it last year too, but we did it that morning and it's not ideal.
Yeah, that would give people an advance notice.
Hopefully it would make a difference.
Yeah, and I'll try to get some more information out there as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I've been moving on to new business, meeting with the Board of Parks and Rec and discussion on coordinated efforts of the seniors. So I haven't been able to get to one of their meetings. They changed it at their last meeting to another evening, and then it got to be 7:30. I'm like, oh my word. To go to the meeting, because it was on a Wednesday, my day off. So, but I do want to meet with them because I feel like, part of what we do is part of recreation, and recreation should be providing opportunities, is my feeling, for people of all ages, not just youngsters, not just middle age who are playing pickleball, even some older people are playing pickleball, but I feel like coordinating our efforts will maybe help us with this group in getting things done, and I think it will help Kristen too. So I do plan on meeting with them. Just haven't been able to make that connection. I know that there's been some talk with the recreation department about doing a game day, which is something that we've been talking about. I know that Richard's very interested in that, in getting a game day going or a game evening. And I know that through Facebook, they've been talking about chess club and different kinds of things, and so I don't feel like we should be duplicating things, maybe trying to coordinate our efforts to, get programming going for people of all ages.
But we definitely need to be talking to each other about what the other groups do.
Well, I think that that's important. And I know that they weren't always doing their minutes, so I didn't always know what their discussions were, but I see things once in a while through Facebook. And doing things that maybe would be considered part belonging to seniors, or being part of something seniors would do. They're talking about holding dances and different things down there, and that's something that we've kind of been talking about, that has been shared with us, just dances and things like that that would interest seniors. And I don't know, because I'm not all about making money. To me, providing programming isn't always all about making money.
Getting together.
It's about getting together and for socialization purposes.
Speaking of dances, I think the pickleball club is planning to sponsor a dance as a fundraiser.
As a fundraiser,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, and I
Sounds
saw
like
that
fun.
too, but.
But I don't want to spend $75.
well,
But I said to
Yeah.
Frank, wouldn't that be fun to dress up and go?
but I thought it was too pricey. We-
$75, yeah.
It's
for
too
a couple.
pricey for the average
Yeah,
person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
40 for an individual and 75 for a couple. And
and what's being provided for that?
well, they're gonna have. a
I think
feature.
it's appetizers, right? I think they do have appetizers.
Oh, yeah, they'll have some refreshments.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what.
Yeah. Anyway, it is kind of pricey for,
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect a lot of people from North Belgrade would be attending an event like that at that price.
Ken's been big in the pickleball club. I don't think we're even gonna go.
Yeah,
It's just.
Yeah.
Plus the fact we don't dance
Anyway.
anyway.
so that is something I just wanted to share with you. Okay, And it's getting close to 7:30, even though we started late because I was late. And then the police came. I can't believe the door wasn't locked, but anyway, I'll take that up with Ian because I think he was the last one out and the one that locked the door. So we'll talk.
Well,
about-
the alarm was set anyway, so.
The alarm was.
That was-
The door not being locked,
They were just testing.
testing.
Yeah, well, the alarm went off, but nobody came anyhow.
Okay, so this is where I'm at.
There's definitely
My term was up in March.
Your term for what?
sharing
This committee, no, for this committee.
Oh.
I do need a co-chair. I would stay on if I have a co-chair. But it has been a lot to manage a lot of different things and to try to coordinate things. We have a lot of different things going on in this office. Just in the town in general, and then I have my personal life, and I have some personal issues. So,
You have your family.
excuse me,
You have your family.
and I have my family, yes, yeah, and those are some of my personal issues, amongst other things. So looking for a co-chair, which, you know, if we could share. Maybe doing every other meeting. I know that we've talked about it before, but I would like to have somebody else in that position. That would be willing to just throw the agenda together. I could still be the glue. I don't mind being the glue and communicating the information that I get. But doing sometimes trying to pull things all together. Has been challenging and trying to keep up with my work here at the office. I do try to do some things from home.
I think you need to get that out to everybody on the committee. Looking for. Yeah, Jim.
Or I am considering resigning.
I had
So
offered at one point, but I too have been thinking about getting off the committee, so.
Yeah.
I don't wanna commit to doing that, but I did say to you before, I would help you out, and, you know. But I've sort of
And
been.
I
going
just,
back
I
and
feel
forth
like,
about-
yeah, 'cause I don't want things to fall apart. I do not want things to fall apart in this group and, it's just, it's been a lot. And I love you guys and doing all this. But it has been a lot and I've had a lot of things come down lately, between my job and my personal life. And so just getting that break from month to month would be huge for me. But anyway, so I'm throwing it out there, if somebody would like to co-chair, I think sometimes, new blood is good. People have different thoughts. I mean, when I come here, I literally threw this together this afternoon because I was off on Friday. And actually, I worked all day doing something that I had to get done. But anyway, so I'm gonna throw it out there and I will send it out to the board, to the rest of the committee as well. I know we have a lot of people on our email, not all those people are board members. So, anyway, if I didn't still work full-time, it'd be one thing. But working full-time, and some people may say, well, you're off on Wednesday. Yeah. So,
Okay,
okay,
I say put it in your minutes and see who.
put
comes
it in my
forward.
minutes. Did you hear that, Kathy?
Yes, I did, and I
Put-
agree,
Put it in the minutes and maybe somebody will come step up.
Put it in the minutes.
right.
Okay,
Yeah, put it in the minutes with some kind of, brief description of what you're looking for and, people will will come forward, I'm sure.
Well, I hope so, because I think some of the things that we do are good things. I love the sand buckets for seniors, I love craft days. You know, different things that we've done in the past, I like the end of life. You know, that whole program I think is huge. Even the trips that we've offered, it would be nice to see a larger part of the community participate and take advantage of those kinds of things, because it is their tax dollars, so.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay,
Okay, is our,
7:30.
is our next meeting the 23rd, June 23rd? I have it in my calendar.
yeah, it's the fourth, even though that we're doing this one on this one, it is the fourth, Monday of the month.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna throw out that we consider taking July off as a break. And you know, and that's another thought, maybe we'll wanna meet every 2 months instead of every month. Because I know that the library board of trustees have now gone to meeting quarterly. So it is a consideration to change our meeting time, you know, I do like continuity, because I think that continuity is important, because something's lost if you don't have that continuity. And I've seen different committees up here, and the people don't even know each other, they haven't met for a year. You know, they don't know each other, they don't know who they are. And I think it's so unfortunate, but I think continuity is important, and so that's why I've continued on a monthly basis.
I think one thing we ought to consider is, you know, it seems like we're always like just a month ahead of things that we'll try and get done, maybe 2 months, that we plan out a calendar, and this is something Mary,
We talked about several times,
yeah,
yeah.
their last name.
Yeah, Mary DeRoche, yeah,
Yeah, that we plan out 6 months to a year ahead, what we're gonna do and when we're gonna do it, and then back up with what we have to have done by such and such a time, because it doesn't seem like we get organized that well on those things. What we're gonna do, what we're not gonna put the time in.
yeah, I agree. And I think that Mary's health was not well, so she has not been coming. She's
sorry to
had a
hear
lot
that.
of health issues as well as her husband. So I know she started us on a good path of, and I'm trying to
We've
get
done a lot
that,
of planning before.
that part of it organized, right?
I've done planning like that before, so I could
Yeah,
pitch in on that.
yeah. So if that's something that you even want to start and just throw something together, that
Well,
we
what
could
we need
all
to do
just
is have-
take a look at.
I
We
think
need to know what we're gonna do.
the group here decide what we're gonna do, and then plan, but I can't do it by
Well,
myself.
we know what we're doing now. And getting that laid out, what are we
Well-
doing now?
Okay.
And then what do we want to do?
Right, but we need the group for that. To get our fresh
We need
ideas.
more of
Like, I
us.
can't see having this, end of life again, because we just don't have the make them coming. And it's, you know, a lot to put together, it's a lot for the people that come and, you know, do the presentation. We need to find things to do that people might be more interested in.
Okay, so maybe we
So we
should,
need a special meeting just to talk about planning.
okay,
That would be my suggestion.
okay,
So maybe our next meeting, we do just a planning meeting. The last meeting of this month is, we just tell people in advance that it's gonna be a planning meeting.
And please try and be here.
oh, I think we're losing people. Or is it just very quiet in there?
oh, no, we're still here.
She asked
No,
for
I was
volunteers,
I was
it's
just
quiet.
writing something down here, so. Yeah, I was counting on Penny to be here to do the minutes. So. She gets those out the next day, which I love, but,
Yes.
all right. Okay, All right, so the next meeting is June 23rd. 6:30. Okay, all right,
Hmm.
motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Yeah, I second it.
Seconded. Okay, see you, folks.
All right,
Bye,
have a
Kathy.
good night, Kathy, thanks for logging in.
Yeah, my son Keith had to come get the one granddaughter, that's all. She wanted to be on Zoom.
Oh, geez, that's
I
so
know, I
cute.
know. All right,
Aw.
guys, see you later.
All right, have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, good night, thanks for coming.